welcome to another episode of the Total R&B podcast. My name is Loreena, and today I'm excited because I have another wonderful guest for you guys. She is coming straight out of New Orleans, Louisiana. You know how much I love New Orleans. She is a singer, she's a songwriter, she is basically a multi-hyphenate creator. She does it all. In 2020, she released her debut EP called The Love Alchemy. And then she's worked with some amazing people like Wyclef Jean, also Casey, the producer, she's worked with. And she also has her own food business that we're going to get into called Bella's Belly Rollz. So,
Yeah.
welcome to the podcast, BellaAdonna.
Thank
Welcome.
you. Thank you. I appreciate it. How
No,
are
of
you?
course. Of course. How's everything going? How's everything in New Orleans right now?
Well, I'm actually in Houston. I
Okay.
relocated, but I do go back and forth. Everything's going very well, and I'm loving life. So, yay, yay.
So how is it though moving then to Houston? How long have you been there?
Oh, honestly, on and off since Katrina.
Okay. Okay.
hmm So I've been back and forth between Katrina, what happened with Katrina, and life moving forward. But I definitely went back home to make my album. I couldn't go anywhere else to make that album.
Okay. So usually my first question when I started off, I always started off the same way, which is what comes to mind when I say what is your first memory of R&B music?
Ooh, easy. Sunday mornings, windows open, everybody cleaning up, and Sade, Anita Baker, and Tina Marie are blasting nonstop throughout the day.
It's like you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think our parents did a good job. Is there
They
like a
definitely.
particular song that you remember like being played in your household when you were younger?
Oh, actually, uh, you're my angel. Anita Baker. I couldn't get it without singing it, but yes, oh my God, that song. That song used to have me like, wow, when I was a kid. So yeah, definitely that one. It would definitely be Out on a Limb by Tina Marie, because why not?
Yeah.
And I wound up making that one of my demo songs. It's actually on my Instagram page. Like that is my all-time favorite by her. And Sade, I mean, there's just too many to name. But honestly, it's gonna sound crazy. But my favorite song was Diamond Life, the album Diamond Life. And yeah, it was songs that I shouldn't have understood as a kid, which I didn't, but the beat though. The beat, it was always the music. It's the music. It just took me over. And I remember my grandmother saying that I was singing before I was, talking and knowing my ABCs. I knew songs.
Isn't that so crazy though? Because like for me, like I've always loved music since I was a kid. I love watching music videos and pretending I was like the singer in the music video and all these things. But then like when I get older and then I listen back to these songs and I'm singing the lyrics or what I thought were the lyrics, and I was like, who allowed me
Right.
to sing this?
Things from the 90s.
Right? Oh my gosh.
It wasn't that we didn't understand. The
No.
innocence of it made it perfect,
Yeah.
because it was all about the music and the frequency and the feeling. And that's what I go for with my music. That nostalgic, that frequency, that feeling that encompasses you, that, I'm not going to say it's lost, because everybody's got their own thing going on. There are different frequencies that touch different people. Clearly, everybody has an audience. So
Definitely.
I'm more catering to those that wanna, go back to the old school love songs, and some of those "No You Not" songs,
No,
and those
definitely.
uplifting songs encouraging more love, because that's what we need. We need a lot more of.
No, definitely. I definitely agree. That's something that's missing. I've said this a lot this year with music. I think we went down a slope kind of, I don't know. I just feel it happens all the time though. Like something will stick and then people just follow it. And I think at that time, it was like about like toxic relationships and the
Oh
toxic
my gosh.
male and the toxic woman. And so we kind of went down a deep dive of that. And I think we're slowly getting out of that and people are slowly talking about love.
No, I'm so happy about it because that whole we don't need each other thing is just not true. It's a lie.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
Yeah. No, definitely. But it plays such a big part because, like, words mean things, and you were talking about the
Yeah.
frequency of stuff, and
Yes,
like
and you're creating spells, you're casting spells, especially when you put it to an actual sound that can penetrate. You're casting spells into kids. We were casted upon, and we was digging the vibe, not knowing what they were talking about.
yeah,
And I listened to In Between the Sheets by the Isley Brothers and stuff. I'm like, I shouldn't have been singing that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, the reason why it was okay and that people understood is that it wasn't that they understood what was happening
mhm,
more than what they understood what they were feeling.
yeah.
And if you could get people back to feeling, it would be so much better.
I'm right there with you. I totally agree. And so for you, singing, because you did mention how you've been singing before you even knew how to talk, you were singing the songs that were being played around in your house and by your family. So how did you get your start with singing? Like, did you sing in shows, sing at school, or did you just keep it at home?
Did it all. My first time singing in front of a group of people was in church. I was the youngest kid in the choir. I begged my mama. They were like, she's not old enough. And I just belted out something. It was like, okay, you can come. And I got my first solo. And I will never forget, it was Can't Nobody Do Me Like Jesus. And the church was rocking, girl. And I loved it. I fell in love. I was like, oh my God, this is life.
So wait, how old did you have to be to join the choir?
You had to be 8.
And you
And
were
I
how
was
old?
6.
Oh, wow. So you just
Yeah.
sang your way up in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I've always been like that. I know who I am. I may not be aware of everything, but I know who I am. I know I got this gift and I need to let it out.
So singing in church and doing all these different things, when did you take it from being like, okay, I'm just singing kind of as a hobby, something that I love to do, to I want to make it a profession?
When I was a little kid and a star showed interest in me and it was told to me, but my dad didn't allow it because of my age. I was like 11 or 12. But once I saw that, I was like, oh, I can do this. And so I just started taking cassette tapes, putting tape over them, and recording over them, me singing the songs that was playing on the radio. And
Oh,
that was
wow.
me starting my first recordings. When I really got into wanting to make it a profession, I was 15.
Okay.
And I knew a bunch of people from home that was doing music because, I mean, it's a musical city. And that's how it started, in the corner of someone's room with the closet door to where you can just get behind it and the microphone is hanging by a hanger with a stocking. First booth. That
Wow.
was my intro. Yeah. And I went from that to singing in a studio in Manhattan with Wyclef Jean. Life just, it opened up because I feel like that was my purpose. But and that's something you don't stop doing no matter how long or how much time passes. So I had some kids and I had family and I took care of all that, and then I came back out, and so I'm continuing on with my journey.
Okay. So in parts of that, you said like doing all of this got you to record in Manhattan with Wyclef. But how
Hmm.
did that happen? Like, how did you connect with him or his group?
It's so weird. At Jazz Fest, it was Jazz Fest. I was there with with my cousin and some friends. Um, the friends went off, and it was just me and my cousin, and we were at his concert, and it was a whole meet and greet situation, and I just belted out, did what I did.
For the choir.
And they took my number and information and their assistants and things like that, got in touch with me later, and I wound up being featured on one of his albums as a background singer and being able to do that. And that opened up other things for me to get, like videos, music videos. I was a principal in My Life by Juvenile.
Okay.
Yeah, and little parts of movies, extra parts and stuff like that. And that was just my way of continuing to be in the arts. While I also did my paintings because I paint too. So it was just a matter of however I need to do it. I am full of art and I can help you. So who needs it?
Exactly, just filling in those places because
Yeah.
whatever they need, you can provide that because you have so much talent in different
Yes.
areas. And
Yeah.
so, because this is the second time we hear that you just belted out and you got yourself through a door, where did that confidence come from? Because, some people are maybe too shy to do something like that, but you said you know who you are and you know that you have that voice. So where does that come from?
um, a mix of my mother and my father. There's some rascals. They are characters, and they are not the shy type. So I really didn't have a choice. What's funny though, I am shy when I first meet people.
Hmm.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But being a Capricorn, I guess that kind of goes with it. We're a little reserved, but like I don't know. I guess I have just too much energy, and when it's something I'm passionate about or I love, I'm not scared to put myself out there. I don't know where it comes from. I guess God.
No, but that's really good because a lot of people would be too shy to do certain things. Like I'm a shy person, but sometimes I'll just say, you know what, F it, let me just go and do it. Or sometimes I'm like, oh no, I can't do this right now. And then after I'm kind of like, oh, why didn't I just,
I wish I would have, and that's
yeah.
been my thing. I don't want to regret
Hmm.
not like I'm older than I was then. You know what I mean? And there are people that feel like you should give it up by now. Listen, the success comes from me living my purpose in my life, not from other people paying money to me and things like that. That is a plus. That
Hmm.
is the plus. Of course, you need it to live, but it's for me. It's for me first because I'm doing this for me. You know what I mean? And it's never too late. And I hate when people try to make people feel bad, for living their purpose. You know what I'm saying? Putting timelines and time crunches on things that have no timeline and no time crunch. And it has nothing to do with the human condition. This is soul. And so soul has no time limit. That's a part that I had to get over. Not being shy, but being able to silence all of the critics.
No, that's a good one. But for you, then, what you touched on it a little bit, but what is your purpose? Like, what do you think it is compared to when you started? Like, what is it now?
Well, honestly, compared to where I started, having just life continue to give me experiences and growth, I'm just that much more secure in the things that I want to present myself by and with, the message I'm putting out. Everything is personal, you know what I mean? Like this first album, this is truly my second album. My
Oh,
first album got destroyed by Katrina. So this is my second album.
okay.
And I just wanted to express, by listening to it, it's eclectic. Every song is different. And B, I wanted to like explain that, yeah, this happened to me. And I know it happened to 99% of human beings on this earth. And this is my story. This is how I'm viewing it. And if you appreciate it, then understand that we still come out.
Hmm.
Everything is okay in the end. And you have to stand up for yourself. Because my overdue song is truly about me standing up for myself. Like, you know what?
I love that.
Time to do this.
I love that. So then let's talk about the Love Alchemy that came out in 2020. So what is that album about? For me, I feel like I'm going through just a journey of like a relationship. I
Yep.
don't know if that's what you wanted us to perceive it as,
Yep.
but let us know your thoughts
You
on
got
it.
it. You
Okay.
are on the nail. Yes, that's exactly what it was. You took a journey with me through multiple relationships, just simulations of multiple relationships, starting from when you meet to when everything is all good and you're all excited about each other, to when things are starting to be like suspect, because that happens. That doesn't mean it's all relationships, but it was my experience.
Yeah.
and then to the point where you finally have had enough. And I want to continue the storyline because it's relative to every human being on this earth. Who hasn't found somebody, was happy about them, had a great time, things started going left, and y'all broke up? Name one person. So it's like, okay, my next storyline is what happens with you afterwards. What is your self accountability? What were you actually looking for? you know and so it's a continuation of that in the Phoenix. So I can't wait to put it out.
Well, I was gonna ask you that, like, why did you choose the name The Love Alchemy for that
The
project?
Love Alchemy was just expressing all of the ingredients of a person in their mind, body, and soul when they're in love, and
Mm.
when they looking for love and find love and then lose love. know, you go through anger, because I even cussed a little in Overdue. I didn't do that in any of the other songs, just to prove a point. I
Yeah,
was, when people are frustrated, they don't always have the words, and it's not that they're unintelligent, it's just that the frustration has taken over, and there are words for that.
it just sounds better when you add in a cuss word. It
you
just,
know, just a little, I'm tired of this
yeah,
shit.
like it stamps it right there. Like if you say it without it, it's like a little,
Yeah, no, you're not tired. No, I really am. I
yeah.
really am. And and that's what I'm saying. It's just looking in the mirror. It's just finally saying, all right, when is enough enough?
Hmm. Definitely. And so now with Phoenix that we're gonna get, this seems like just a growth from those experiences, basically.
Yes,
Okay.
coming out of the ashes of all of the disappointments and betrayal and heartbreak, and realizing it's just a part of life. You're still who you are. You're better for it.
What did you learn about yourself between the two? I know it's been some years, of course, but like one thing that you learned about yourself from recording The Love Alchemy to recording The Phoenix.
That I am stronger than I thought I was, and that I truly do serve a purpose in this world. Because you can get lost. You really can. You can feel very invisible. So just giving me that grace.
With that album that came out in 2020, was anything pushed to the side because we also had COVID that came like 2 months later?
That is why. That is why I didn't tour. I didn't. The success level just kind of plateaued at a, because I didn't know what to do. I
Yeah.
got stopped completely. Every show that was booked, because I had been working for a full year getting shows together. The one show that I do have posted on my page was the one that I put together to introduce the album to my city.
Mhm.
And I had them posted up everywhere. We did get that night. That worked out. But like days later, quarantine. And so with quarantine and things that happened, and I mean, it was just bad. Everybody wasn't working. It was crazy. I got a little depressed, can't lie to you.
Yeah.
Got a little depressed, and I just got frustrated. And I forget the football term, but I threw a Hail Mary to my food business.
Okay, okay.
So I was like, okay, I can't do that, but I'm not gonna stop. So whatever I can't do with that, I'm gonna do with this, because I have to keep going. I have my clothing store, which is one of my merch.
Love it.
And then I had my food business, and I was able to get, a nice reception with that. Yeah, everybody was digging it. I even had Chef Aaron Hernandez from Top Chef come through and try out my rolls. And
Ooh.
and so radio personalities there and things like that. So yeah, it was tough. I can't say it wasn't, but I didn't quit. I just had to halt on one part,
Hmm.
focus on another. At the same time, during that whole time, I'm still recording. I never stopped recording. So the Phoenix was still in progress, even though I just dropped this one and this was on halt. I had to keep my mind stimulated.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask that because before you had mentioned your first album that we didn't get to hear because of Katrina, that kind of put a wrench in your plans. And then, Miss COVID came along and then, stopped the plans for the second debut
Oh,
project.
one of my best friends, shout out Nick, but one of my best friends was like, "How come every time you put a project out, the world ends?" You know what? This is world-ending music.
Well, see, there. At least you could laugh about it now.
Hurtful because it wasn't that I just got halted and still had. I lost everything. The studio went under. Like there was no masters. There was but one song that I had pressed on a CD for my friend to hear. So there is a song out there. It's called Drowning. It's on SoundCloud only.
Yes, I heard that song. Yes,
Did you?
yes.
What do you think? That's from 2003.
Oh wow! I didn't know. I didn't know what. I didn't look at the years or whatever. I was just listening to your music. But yes, I heard that song. It's a good song. I didn't know. Okay, so that
Yeah.
is from the project that we all never got to hear.
It's named Drowning and it drowned. Yes.
That is so crazy. I didn't even put two and two together. Oh my gosh.
But it's the only one that I still have, so
Wow.
I didn't go too far. But yeah, nah, man, I thank God for everything. Sometimes what you want the most is just not what you're ready for. And I think that He made the world stop to make me see it. Because I wasn't, the world had to stop for me to stop. There was no stopping me.
Yeah.
And I just have to look at it that way.
Yeah. No, it's good that you have your mindset that way because it's hard well, it was hard for a lot of people, but just for anybody to go through that like a second time around, like it could weigh a lot on you. So for you to even be able to pivot and keep going and still record, like that's that's amazing cuz
I appreciate you even recognizing that because I wonder, like, I always say, I wonder if people really realize like why, because there are people like, but you were with this and you did this, you would, and I'm like, listen, you cannot gauge your success on other people's thoughts or perceptions or timelines. It has to happen when it's supposed to.
yeah.
And even if it doesn't, I'm still successful because I didn't let life beat me. I'm still doing it.
And you've done some amazing things. Like you said, like working with Wyclef opened up doors for you. Not everybody gets to work with Wyclef. Like he's worked with Destiny's Child, you know?
Right, right,
So that's
right.
something that's huge. Doing those different things, it's a lot. Even accomplishing to get a project done, whether it got out to the world or not, that's still really good because there's some people that are like, damn, I really wish I could put a project together, but I don't have any money. So now hearing you, they'll get like, creative with the studio and
Okay, because guess what? You don't
success.
have to have money if you have people that love it just like you. The reason why the Love Alchemy is the way it is, was able to be brought across the way it was, is because of KC. KC is a wizard. The man is magical. But he's worked with SZA. He's gotten Grammy nominations with Justin Bieber and all of these other people. He is not. He is a phenomenal producer, but he's an even better person. So that just makes it like, a no brainer. And I met him through my sister, my best friend. And yeah, she had been on him for years. And she kept saying, I lived in California at the time. And I was crying to her one day, like, I just want to get my music out. And she was like, come home. I got you. And I did. I came home and I moved in right above her.
Oh,
And she
wow.
brought me to the studio 2 days after I arrived. And it was on from there.
Amazing.
Yeah. It happens the way it's supposed to.
I was gonna say everything aligned for you to get the project done. So even though it was stopped, it didn't go everything didn't go as planned as you had it in your head. I guess
Right.
there was a different reason as to why, God had it fall the way that it did. But but I feel like it's still something you were supposed to do for that
Right.
to align. Like you were in a whole other state to come back home, get a place to live, meet this amazing producer, and you guys mesh and you're able to create a whole project. It's pretty dope.
Right. And it happened instantly. Like, I didn't write any of the songs, by the way, on paper. They were all freestyled over the microphone. That whole album is a freestyle, basically. It's just, him. I don't know what else to say. Like he don't make beats and give them to you. He make
Yeah.
them while you're there,
Oh,
and you are
okay.
part of the process. And so it I'd never been introduced to it that way. I'd always been introduced. Here's the beat, right to it. Come back to me. That was always the hardest thing in the world for me for some reason. Now I see why. That's just not how I operate, and I didn't know there was a process I needed to find, and he kind of just opened that door in my mind, and it's been like flowing ever since. So really and truly, like I've only been working with KC. He's done the first one. He'll be doing this one that'll be coming out soon.
Great.
And I hope that we'll be working together for a long time after too.
No, I hope so because I find it's important and it's really good when artists find a producer or a producer finds an artist that they really mesh with and they
Hmm.
work well together because I think you guys would help each other out basically.
Yeah, 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 and it just makes sense. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, easy. It's a lot easier. It's not so hard. You're not there forcing something. It's just happening.
Exactly. Well, then I'm super excited to see part two, the Phoenix,
Yeah.
what comes out from that. Um, do you know, like musically, what we're gonna hear? Because I find on the Love Alchemy, there's different sounds. Like even the start of the album, it sounds very like like a
Caribbean.
Caribbean. Yeah. So it's very different. What are we
This
hearing
one,
sound wise?
this one is gonna be more on a steady pace. This one is gonna be definitely R&B, with a little bit of hip hop to some of the sound, but it's R&B neo soul with a little smidge of hip hop, but
Okay.
it's not gonna be all over like the first one. I did that purposely. I wanted to show a difference in what I can do so that I don't get boxed in on the very first time, just so that projects come along. I wanted to always collab with different artists. That's my biggest thing, is working with other artists. And you know how like some artists will be like, oh no, she has this sound, I don't think she would want to. Nah, don't you ask me.
Well,
Ask me,
either
I
that
can
or
try.
you're just gonna show up and start belting out a song, and they're gonna be like, "Okay, we
Right,
need her."
right, and I'm known for that. I honestly, I used to eat off of, in California, I used to eat off of singing. Like that's how I made my money. I just did hooks for people, and I've done so many. I don't even really know everybody. It
Okay.
was just, you need a hook, I got somebody. Hey Bella, what's
Yeah,
the song about? All right, let's go.
but that's good too because also like your name is getting out there, right?
Right,
And then you also don't know who's listening, who's watching, seeing your work ethic and different things like that. So
and who knows
that's
who?
good. That's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, yeah, man. But more for the love than anything. And again, I give all praises to God for even allowing me to be able to do this, because it's a gift. It's not like everybody can. So if you can and you sitting on it, that's kind of like a slap in the face.
Yeah.
You know,
Use your gifts.
use your gifts, whatever they are. Use your gifts because they are needed. More and more leaders, less followers. Connection. People
Yeah.
are craving connection because it's like everything is just weird now, and it's, how do you know if anything is real? Because you can't, because everything is weird. you you have to get back to human connection,
Yeah.
people looking someone in the eye when you're talking to them. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, put your phone down and actually find out who this person is. You might actually find out something about yourself that you didn't know, or it might be the blessing you were waiting on. But if you're just sitting there all the time worrying about just this one thing in your little bubble and never, ever, ever reaching out to anybody, what do you expect to happen?
Yeah. No, it's very different. Like even for me, like I after COVID, like I started working in the schools and
Hmm.
just to see how the kids interact, some of them, it's very different.
Social skills are lacking.
Yeah.
And it's sad because it's stuff that we feel is just common, like it was just natural to us. But it's not natural because their life is different. What their life looks like it was nothing like.
No, like me and my best friend, we talk about it all the time because she has a daughter, and it's I was like, isn't it crazy? Like we used to be outside like all day, all night, running around, going to this place, going to the swimming pool, and it's like these kids don't have that anymore.
Because it's well, it's crazy.
That
Crazier.
yes.
Because it was always crazy,
Yeah.
but it's a lot worse because of like the allowance of these people's and the audacity of these people that mean harm.
Yeah.
You know, like they're just excessive right now. I wouldn't want my kid going nowhere I can't see them.
It's totally different, but they still don't have all those things like when we were kids. Like we were outside literally like making new friends, getting into trouble, all those
Getting
things.
into mischief. Okay, we were crossing over the canals, over the big pipes, and things that were dangerous. But we
Yeah.
were doing it because we was going to the other neighborhood to go play football with the rest of the kids, or everybody was getting together to get on their bikes and go in a group through the hood. Like it was innocent children, but society now is not allowing children to be children, and then there are some adults who won't let these kids be kids. So it's a weird place for everybody, man. It's sad, but I just hope that things turn around. And like I said, if just more people get focused on connection and love and help, maybe we can turn it around. Everybody, you can at least try.
But I think it's happening. So for you to mention that with like your music and you're talking about growth and accountability and different things like that, I think that's going to help change the way people are thinking about certain things,
Yeah,
by
yeah.
what they're hearing, what they're feeling from the music. So I think a shift is happening. So you're definitely going to be a part of that shift.
Awesome. I look forward to having a legacy that is one of upliftment and love. Give people some hope because it's hard. It's hard. Everybody's struggling, you know, especially right now.
Oh my gosh, the economy is raggedy. Oh my goodness.
everything is ghetto.
Everything. Like one star. Like it's terrible.
What's that song they had out on Instagram a while? It was the Earth is Ghetto.
Yes.
I'm ready to go.
Listen.
I've never felt that much until recently. Yeah, and this last year has been a wild one.
Yeah, this last year it's been tough with all like the different laws that are being passed, and even for me cuz I'm in Canada. So for us like it's still bad.
Montreal. Well, I'm dying to come out there. I have been to Canada, but I was in Montreal and it was just for the day. So I've never like really gotten a chance to sightsee. So I would love
Yeah.
to come back.
I highly suggest it when we have all our festivals, like the jazz festival. We have Just for Laughs, which is like a big comedy festival.
Oh
A lot of
wow.
comedians get their start there, so they always come. Like Kevin Hart and everybody, they're always there. Like it's a beautiful. Well, it could be a beautiful city, but it's just we're going through some things.
Kevin Hart story.
Ooh,
I met Kevin Hart in 2007.
okay.
He was at Cap Comedy in Austin, Texas. This was after Katrina. I was still living in Austin. I was working for the House of Representatives, and they gave us free tickets to the comedy show. And so, yeah, shout out to Representative Donna Dukes. She's an awesome human being. And so she gave me the tickets, and I went, and I got to meet him after the show. And the reason why I bring it up because I'm always tickled by this because I'm standing next to him and he's like right here to me. He's so short. People see my pictures, they're like, "You look tall in your pictures." I don't know how someone can look tall. I photographed tall, but I'm short. I identify as tall. Okay.
Using that one. I identify as tall.
I identify as tall, okay? But yeah, so yeah, he was such a nice person, such a sweet guy, hilarious, hilarious. But I just always get tickled by because I'm like, I met Kevin and he's like right here to me. So.
Yeah, no, he's super short. He is.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna have to use that. I photographed tall. Or this
Okay.
other lady that's on Instagram that I follow, she's
Hmm.
always doing like, oh, a weekend in your 40s or whatever, and she'll try on an outfit and she's
Mm.
like, remember, I am 5'3" allegedly. So now I'm gonna have to do like that allegedly.
Allegedly, and she's taller than me.
Well, allegedly now she might be
Allegedly,
taller.
allegedly. I just added on 3/4 to my height, so.
Well, there you go.
So
Crazy.
funny. Yeah, but that's my little story. It wasn't much of one, but I just always laugh when I think about it. So I'm like, I met him before he was a big star, and he's literally this tall. But I'm in good company.
There you go. Because he's like one of the biggest stars, like not even
Okay.
comedians, just stars in the
Prince
world.
was only 5'2".
Oh, that's true too.
Tony Braxton, same, 5 feet, 5'1". Like
Hmm.
everybody's short that they look like they tall. But people are short. When I met Ice Cube in Las Vegas, I thought Ice Cube was a big guy. He's not that tall.
Really?
Yeah, blew my mind. I was like, all the time, the whole time, I'm thinking he's this big giant guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He was a nice guy. He just, I'm just saying he wasn't like in my mind. I thought he was 6 feet.
He photographs tall.
He photographs tall. See that?
That's what it is.
I fell victim to it too.
That's what it is. But I find like outside of Chris Brown, a lot of R&B singers are short.
Is he tall?
Chris Brown, yeah, Chris Brown is like 6 foot something. Yeah, but I feel like everybody else is on the shorter spectrum.
Short and petite. I was so
Yeah.
surprised by a lot of the people, when you see them in person
Hmm.
versus when you see them on TV. TV really does make you a lot seem bigger than you are.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah. Okay, I'm in good company. Right? I'm right up in there. See? They make big things in little packages.
There you go. That's it. I do want to talk about your businesses.
Okay.
So, Bella's Belly Rolls, you said that you started during the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Um, and you were able to start that. I checked out the page. The food looks so good. I was so hungry at work looking at that. So, what made you start that a food business? Because those, it's not always easy to do that.
It's not, and it wasn't something I'd been planning on doing in my conscious mind. Like it wasn't in the forefront of my mind, but
Okay.
it was always something I wanted later on because I love to cook. My grandmother raised me. She was a cook, baker, like she was amazing. Her food was people would literally pay her in the neighborhood for a plate.
Wow.
And she wasn't selling plates. It's just one her food. I will never forget this guy bringing his fork, his plate, his fork, and his knife to the front door
Really?
with $20 to give her so she could give him. She didn't take the money. She just gave him the food because that's how she was. But like it was the fact that her food was just that amazing, you know what I mean? And so I always wanted to follow in her footsteps because she taught me all her recipes. So I'm like the Christmas Thanksgiving cook, for the family. But I was like, you know what? I want to share this with people. And what's a good way to do it? We weren't able to sit down and eat anymore because of pandemic. Just doing the plates and stuff would have been a lot more harder for me being just one person. So I was like, I know. I'm gonna take this meal and I'm gonna put an egg roll. And I was doing it for myself and I'm gonna see what it tastes like. And I was like, fine. So I brought it downstairs to my best friend and her son and her daughter, my niece and nephew. And I was like, y'all try this. They ate it. And they were like, oh my God. And I was like, see, I'm about to start selling some egg rolls. And that's,
No, but that's smart. A lot of people like those ideas come, but they don't move on it.
yeah, yeah. I was like, because it's on the go. You know what I'm saying? You can eat it while you're driving, and all they got to do is just pull up, hand them the bag, and they go. So they were coming to my house. Like I was doing all of this out of my living room. And they'll just come, I'll pull up, and I made it fresh to order because it's egg roll. Who wants a soggy egg roll? So you call me on your way there, it'll be ready. And I actually was doing a pretty good job. And then I had an accident and fell, got hurt pretty bad. It was a whole nother story and wound up having to move to Texas where my family, my kids and stuff were to help me through therapy and things to get back to where I am now.
Okay.
It took 2 years though. It took 2 years for me to get back. I had a spinal injury. Well, I have still, but I'm okay now.
Okay. Yeah, no,
Yeah, but
that's
I went through a lot.
serious.
Yeah, I went through a lot. It sucked. Again, I got sat down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was just not yet.
Yeah.
All right, not yet. But while I'm doing this, I'm gonna cook some food. So I was going through it while I was making the food, and then up until I left, and then I got back into my clothing business when I got here. I did an art exhibit at a spot called 5015, and that kind of took off for me. I sold some pieces, so I got it again. I pivoted. I always pivot. If one thing don't work out completely, I ain't quit. I'm just
Yeah.
going. Let me focus on here while this is on a reset. You know what I mean? And I'll be back because I still got my LLC and everything, and I'm about to open up out here in Texas. So it's just, you know what I mean? I find a way to keep going because that's all I know how to do.
But then you also have those different avenues, right, to still express yourself. So if you're not doing music, at least you can still express yourself either through food or through
All
creating
right.
art,
Yeah.
clothing, different things like that,
Yeah.
which is really good.
Yeah. Thank God for it because I'd be nuts.
Oh man. So besides the rolls that you were making, the egg rolls, what's like what some of your favorite things to cook in the kitchen? Or maybe your favorite recipe from your grandmother?
Gumbo.
Oh,
Hands down. Her gumbo slaps. Her gumbo is my favorite. I love making pecan candy, praline candy. I love to bake. When I do bake, I don't do it all the time because it'd be so hot out here. I think one of my favorite Creole dishes that she made would be stuffed millet. I don't know if you know what that is. It's a certain kind of squash.
okay.
It's in the shape of like a mango almost. Um, Very meaty, great flavor. It's not like a regular zucchini.
Okay.
And you'll take the inside out, make a stuffing with it, and then you put it back in all kind of seafood and stuff, and you stuff it back in the shell and bake it. It's like a stuffed bell pepper, but better to me because of the flavor difference. Amazing. You know what I mean? So just things like that, that the etouffee, I just made it the other day. I'm drawing a blank right now. It's gonna come back.
Okay.
But just all of the ways, the techniques and the stuff that she made, it just keeps the culture going, which is my big thing, hanging on to my culture, hanging on to who I am. Doesn't mean I have to be in that place because it's in my heart.
No, of
So I
course.
take it everywhere I go. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
So
New
New
Orleans is a special place. New Orleans is unlike any other place. And everybody feels that way about where they're from, but I can say for sure that there is no other city in the United States like New Orleans.
I agree. I haven't been to every state, of course, in the US, but I just feel like going to New Orleans, I've only been there 3 times.
Hmm.
But each time I go there, like I'm learning something new, I'm discovering something new, and I find the people are just so nice. Well, the people I ran into, anyways.
It's their everybody's genuine. Everybody gonna speak to you. You know what I'm saying? If you need help, somebody's gonna help you. It's not. It's I don't know. I just love the humanity of my city. Even though they're trying to push us out,
Hmm.
but if they do, it'll never be New Orleans because it can't be New Orleans without the people. You know
No.
what I mean? And the people are who make it so real and worthwhile, and that's why the food tastes like it do because it's made with love and culture and ancestor. There's so much ancestral things in our city, and it just takes a special person to really open their eyes and their mind to be like, okay, all right, I see what's going on. And I see why it is the way it is. Y'all are some special people, man.
Yeah, no, it's different. I feel that like there's just so much history over there, and the way I find the natives of New Orleans are treated sometimes are kind of it's messed up.
Yeah.
The different things that I hear people like complain about online and stuff like that. And so I don't know, I just hope for the best because I think it's somewhere that we need to pay more attention to, I
Hmm.
find,
Hmm.
because there's
To
just
be
so much.
a
Yeah.
city that was treated like a third world country in America, think about why they did that. You know what I mean? And think about the people that were caused for that, and then think about the culture of those people. It screams.
Yeah.
It screams. I love my city. I really do. I'm not there because the money is they mess over the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
No, I can understand that, but I think because just the culture is so rich, like you said, it doesn't matter where you plant your feet. New Orleans is going to be there
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. All day.
No, I definitely get that from just being there that those 3 times. It's like nothing.
I was in Compton. I went to Oakland. I lived in San Diego and in LA, so I would travel all around.
Mhm.
And the culture that is in, first of all, there's a lot of Creole culture in California. I didn't know, you
I
know.
didn't know that.
Yes, big Creole culture. And then they have this movement, this Pan African movement, and it is beautiful to see because they make it seem like it's so bad and ghetto, but when I was there, I just saw love.
Okay.
People all over, of different places, but people like really embracing each other. I didn't see all of that foolishness. I know it exists, but that's not what I saw.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That wasn't your experience. Yeah.
Yeah, at all.
That makes sense too because we like online you're only going to see certain things, right? The algorithm is only going to show you certain things. People are only going to catch on to certain things. And a lot of times things that are more messy or negative are the things that go viral because
Right.
like, oh, look at this, ha ha ha, You don't always get the history or the other side of it or the positive parts of something.
Right, right. And there are a lot of positive parts of everywhere, to be honest. You just gotta look for it amongst all of the foolishness because drama sells,
Mhm.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, you got to let us know too, where can we purchase the merch?
okay. So, my online store is called BellaAdonna's Closet. It's on Big Cartel. And I can give you the link if you want to post there or not. But it's www.BellaAdonna's Closet. And that's Bella Adonna. Because I know people like Belladonna.
Yeah.
So Bella is my nickname. Adonna is my real name. I put them together, and I thought it was a play on, fun play on the flower, but it started to kick me in the butt.
Yeah, but people are gonna get it eventually. Like, look at
Yeah.
was it Kaylani?
Oh
She's on the
yeah,
Breakfast Club, and she still has to correct how people pronounce her name, right?
because they're
So
like Kalani.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I
that
love her, by the way. Love her. Oh my God,
me
she's
too.
amazing. I want to work with her one day. Hope you're hearing that.
Put it out there.
Shout out
You
to
never
Kelly.
know.
Oh my God, Kaylani, I love you so much.
Definitely, you never know. Who are some other people you would want to work with to
Oh
collaborate with?
my God, girl, SZA, Summer Walker, like definitely love those women. They are fantastic. Because they command their audience, and I dig that about them. Who wouldn't want to work with the Bae? Beyonce, of course. I mean, there's so many. Tamia, I'm
Yeah.
hoping she comes back out, like for real, because there is no one like she's a vocal coach. Of course,
Mhm.
she can sing.
Yeah, her voice is amazing, and not a lot of people I find give her flowers.
Okay, like completely not giving her due, and she is do it.
Yeah.
Tamia, I love you, girl. Faith, another one.
Yeah,
Love Faith. Oh my gosh. Janet Jackson, because I mean, why wouldn't I say it?
Janet.
Alicia Keys, Solange. I mean, there's just this whole list of I can't think of everybody just right off, but there are so many females that just have the most beautiful frequencies to their sound that I just want to sing with them. I just want to sing. I want to be a part of it.
Well, no.
Erykah Badu is my number one though.
Okay.
Like I just want to be in the room. I just want to talk to her. I just want her. I just want all of that to rub off on me. Like I just need all of that energy. She is what the Empress. Yes, dig. Can't help but be in love with her.
I love that. So you never know what's going to happen in the future. We're going to look for these collaborations that are going to
Yeah.
happen in the future. So that's going to
Yes.
be
Yes. I'm putting it out there. We're gonna manifest.
yes, of course, of course. So we know the website where to get our merch from. What about Bella's Belly Rolls? how can people get those?
Bella's Belly Rollz is for catering right now. So I'm only doing catering. So if you have a party or any kind of corporate event or anything like that, you want to get in contact with me, you can find me on IG, Bella's Belly Rollz, at Bella's Belly Rollz, literally. And it's ROLLZ.
Okay, perfect. And the
Yeah.
music, because we got to look out for the new project that's coming out next year, Phoenix. So,
Mm-hmm.
what is your page? How can we follow you online too for that?
My IG page is at BellaAdonna's Music, and you can go to YouTube, BellaAdonna 504, or you could just look up BellaAdonna, the Love Alchemy. It'll pop up. It's on all platforms, so just make sure you type in that double A.
Definitely.
And yeah, and if it suggests anything else, you tell them no. I know what I wrote, because it'll do that. It'll be like, "Did you mean no? I did not mean."
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
definitely.
working on it though. If I get more hits, more views, then they're saying that my algorithm will kick me to the forefront of Google, and then I'll be like right there where you won't have to search for New Orleans.
So that's what we have to do. We have to, switch up the algorithm for her so that when we do type in BellaAdonna, we get the right person.
You get me, BellaAdonna. Yeah, but it's Bella. So it's www.belladonnascloset.bigcartel.com. And again, I'll give you all the information if you want to post. But I appreciate you so much for this interview, for taking your time to talk to me and get to know me. And for everyone that's watching and listening, I do hope that, you might want to search me out and get to know me a little better as well. I'm always around, always available, and I'm very approachable. I'm just a person.
And that's exactly what this platform is for, so that all these rising artists, emerging artists can share their story and different people can discover your music too. So
Right.
I'm super excited to see what comes from this and for everything that you have going on next year. I'm always here to, support. So if ever you want to come back and do another episode, you're more than welcome. Well,
Absolutely.
yeah, so
Absolutely. This was awesome. And I hope that I get to come and meet you in person one of these festivals.
listen, summertime is the time. Don't now, no. Now it's freezing outside.
To the freezing cold, let me tell you. It's cold enough here in Texas, okay?
Listen, it is.
You ready for Christmas?
That's what I'm doing now. So even after this, I got to go out. I got to, buy some stuff, some gifts and stuff. So I want to be all ready so that when I'm done work for the holiday break, I don't have to like rush and do anything. I could just relax and enjoy.
Yeah, I agree. I totally understand. I got a lot to do. We still got to put a tree up.
Listen, it's the time goes by so fast though.
No.
So
Well, next week is Christmas. You didn't know? Before you
basically,
know it, it's over. It's January and it's almost my birthday.
ooh, oh yes, you said Capricorn. Yes,
Yes.
I love that. My best
112.
friend is you're the 12th.
Yes.
She's the 10th.
Oh, that's so cool. So she's an awesome being.
Yeah, she's the 10th and my little sister's the 19th.
See, and my mother's the 18th. That's funny.
Wow. Love
That's
that.
funny. Yep. All right. So you already know we are the best. We get things done, you
Get
know?
things done, always on it, serious about their money and, making sure they're okay, their children
Mm.
are good. So, yes.
Yes, 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 absolutely. I love it.
Amazing.
Well, I do hope that you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, it's been amazing talking to you.
You
I love
too.
your energy. As I said before, I'm wishing you well. I can't
Thank
wait to
you.
see what's in store for 2026. And for everybody that's listening and watching, this is the Total R&B podcast. My name is Loreena. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at total.rnb. And I will be back with a brand new interview.